Development hell. A term not just used for games, but a lot of the time it's associated with it. And many games go through it. Some games actually come out even though they went through development hell. Some turn out great, some turn out like but then there are others that never come out. I mean, there are some that look like they could eventually come out, but then there are these. What's up, guys? DPX here, and welcome to the top 10 announced games that are not at all gonna come out. Now, I just want to get into this, but there is one rule. These games cannot have a confirmed release date. Like, I don't know, I didn't know what other game to show right now. But Crackdown 3 will not make the list as it has a release date of February 19, sorry. Sure, it doesn't have an exact release date, but, like, there aren't that many days in February it could come out, so, yeah. Other than that, let's get right into the list. Sure, this game was at PAX West 2018, and I'm recording this a few months later, but I still don't think it's coming out anytime soon. Below, don't get me wrong, looks good, but we just don't know so little about it. If it will come out, it probably won't for another few years, and it's just not looking good. Again, for the sake of the Xbox, I do hope it does come out. I don't know why I said it again, I never said that in the first place, but it probably won't. It's not anywhere higher, though, because we did get some recent information about it, but just not looking good for it. I'm about to go wild if I don't get this game anytime soon, which I probably won't. So I'm probably about to go wild. This game, though it's clearly not close to being done, it already looks beautiful. So, it looks ready. We just need a release date, or anything really. It's supposed to be a PS4 exclusive. Think about it. This could have joined the likes of God of War, Detroit Become Human, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Uncharted 4. If it does come out, I'm sure it could. But it won't. Because it's not coming out. Look, this is not higher because we have quite a lot of gameplay and some unreleased footage has been shared. But, I mean, we know so little about this game that I don't think it's coming out anytime soon. Beneath a Steel Sky is a pretty underrated point-and-click game from 1994, and a sequel was announced via Kickstarter. And even though it failed, development has started. That's all we know. We know nothing but that there is no gameplay or anything, so that is how little we know about this game and how little is revealed. Also, did I mention that the Kickstarter failed? This just looks bad for Beneath the Sky 2. And yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay, to be honest, I have no clue what Beneath the Steel Sky is. So maybe ignore if it's an underrated game. I don't know what it is actually. That's probably why the Kickstarter failed, but it ain't looking good. Hey, Konami's pulled whatever PT? Anyone? No? Well, this is not PT. It's actually a game called Allison Road. What you see right now is a prototype of this game. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there is anything further in development, or at least shown, than just this prototype. This looks like it can be a great game. It looks like the game can actually look great. We need more for this game, though. It's not like gonna look any better if, of course, it just stays like this. Plus, it was only announced during the PS3 age, not the PS4. So yeah, this ain't coming out. Enough said. Dead Island is a rather decent and underrated survival horror game. And then there was Escape Dead Island. It sucked. But it's a good thing we're getting Dead Island 2, right? Yeah, well, not really. As in, we're not really getting it. As in, I don't think it's gonna come out. I don't know what happened to it. Dead Island 2 was announced at E3 2014. That's 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And also, the same year as Escape Dead Island, like the same year that game came out. What even makes it worse is that in July of 2018, Deep Silver released a Dead Island mobile game. All of a sudden, the game seems a lot less likely. Tekken Cross Street Fighter is just never coming out. What's that? You see Tekken Cross Street Fighter playing in front of you right now? No, you don't. That's Street Fighter Cross Tekken. A crossover between Street Fighter and Tekken that plays like Street Fighter. Trust me, there's a difference. Because Tekken Cross Street Fighter is gonna play like Tekken. Yeah, it was announced at the same time as Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and it was probably going to be released alongside it, which would have honestly been pretty weird to see them both released at the same time. Of course it didn't happen, and I don't think it will, because Street Fighter Cross Tekken has been out for years and had a pretty controversial launch, to say the least, with multiple DLC characters, all adding up to cost more than the initial game price tag, and disc-lock content. Need I say more? Come on, deep down inside, we all know that Deep Down will never come out. That's the name, Deep Down. That honestly really sucks, because from the trailers, this game looks like it has some great potential as a game. As like a 3D action adventure game. It looks like it could be really fun. And it had everything going for it. Even having Capcom behind it. Capcom! Come on. Come on, Capcom. It ain't coming out due to it being announced at the Tokyo Game Show in 2013. I mean, sure, we got the Cyberpunk 2077 suffered the same cycle as that. A similar, being announced in like what, 2012, and but at least we got actual stuff about it. This is getting the can. That is easy to figure out. Agent, a Rockstar game set to be a stealth action game on the PS3. The PS3. Just a logo and nothing more. Still for the PS3, it's not too common. Rockstar doesn't deliver with information. There was some leaked concept art for this Agent game, but it is probably fake, or if it's real, nobody can prove it because this won't be announced with any more information anytime soon. Sad. It's really strange that number 2 is a remake of a game. You know what I'm talking about, and that is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Some of you might think this will eventually come out, but I'll get there. Announced at E3 2015 and had a cinematic trailer at PSX of that same year, but literally nothing else. Many people were expecting the Final Fantasy VII Remake to be at E3 2018, just to even reveal that it's at least a thing. The game reportedly won't even come out till 2023 or 22, something like that. More like never at all. If it's announced that the game is cancelled, I wouldn't be surprised if it was barely started at all. And you guys may think it will eventually come out, but even based on the Final Fantasy 15 DLC being cancelled, and forgot his name, but some guy leaving the company, I don't think it's even looking any better for this game. That sucks. Before we get to number 1, and if you know stuff, then you should know what game is number 1. But before we get there, let's look at some honorable mentions. Okay, seriously. Did you really expect anything else? These are games that are announced, that weren't cancelled, that are never gonna come out. Half-Life 3 is absolutely gonna top the list. I mean, it's just been so long since it was announced. It's just not gonna come out. I don't need to explain. If you're a gamer, you should know. Well, that'll be it for this video. If you like this video, comment, subscribe, and what other top 10s do you want me to do? I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. I clicked stop. Why isn't it working?